Good day there to you, my YouTube neighbor, and also my Facebook friend. This is David Richardson, the Tax Man, coming to you now with something of value, something that's going to help you in the future. And I mean, really, it's going to really build up your wealth. I represent a company, as you know, called Numis Network. The Numis Network, as you perhaps know, is the only company in the entire world that sells money as its product. It uses money, silver and gold, as the only product that Numis have, and they market silver and gold in the entire world. There are over 7 billion people in the world, and there's less than 12,000 people representing Numis as a process of selling silver and gold to those 7 billion people. So you are needed, and I recommend very strongly that you get involved with this phenomenon. The startup fee is a one-time fee, tax deductible for all Americans, and it's less than $1,000 for 2 people. Less than $500 for one person. I said 2 people because a husband and wife should have 2 businesses. But if you're a single person, you should have 1 business, and for less than $1,000, than $500, you can start this process. For less than $500, you can start Numis Network business of selling silver and gold and take a write-off on all of the expenses you incur as a result of point and click. This is a point-and-click business. It's on the internet. Gold and silver is being sold in the entire world using the internet as the tool to sell the silver and gold. So there's 7 billion people who are buying silver and gold throughout the world. Those that you are going to recommend that to buy the silver and gold from Numis, you're going to be paid tremendous on that process of those 7 billion people. What tool do you use to sell those 7 billion people? Well, YouTube is the process that I'm using, and there are many other tools that you can use to sell silver and gold throughout the world. The gold that you're going to collect, and as a representative of Numis Network, you're going to collect silver and gold yourself. You don't have to pay tax on that silver and gold that you're going to accumulate and collect because it's a fixed asset. And as a fixed asset, as an American citizen, you don't have to pay a capital gain tax on that gain unless it's reached $250,000 for you an individual and $500,000 for you a married couple. So you don't have to pay the capital gain tax on this fixed assets, and since it's a product that's being marketable by you and running your business, you don't have to pay tax on the money that you're going to make because it's a business expense. The Internal Revenue is telling us, the tax law, that if they anticipate you're going to operate at a loss, at least for the first 5 years. So make sure you have all your records kept, and make sure that you utilize the record keeping process to show the Internal Revenue that you have not earned more enough for you to pay tax on. Now, let me suggest it to you. If you're paying at least $4,100 a month in mortgage or in rent, your total outlay for the year is over $49,000. And 17% of the new stimulus plan or new stimulus tax law would allow you to deduct up to 17% of the mortgage you pay each month or the rent you pay each month on your tax return. So that's over $8,000 that you can write off from the rent you pay or from the mortgage you pay each year. Over $8,000. It's going to cost you less than $500 to start the process. So you go figure. $8,000 versus $500. If you don't spend the $500, or less than $500 that is, then you won't be able to deduct $8,000. If you do spend less than $500 to start the business, you're going to deduct $8,000 plus all the other expenses you're going to incur on your travel from here to Tahiti, from here to China, from here to Mexico, from here to Paris, France, from here to Germany. You're going to deduct Australia. You're going to deduct all those expenses that you're going to incur: hotel, food, rent, cars, etc. You're going to deduct those expenses. So get started. www.gsgtcompletecopy.com. Make sure you click on Mike Mezak and listen to him. Watch the compensation plan. www.gsgtcompletecopy.com. Make sure you get a pen and pad and write these data down. www.gsgtcompletecopy.com. Watch the videos. Pay attention to the compensation plan. Make sure you watch Mike Mezak. Make sure you click on the product button and become familiar with the gold and silver that's being sold. And then visit www.anewsmaticIncomeTaxShelter.com to get additional information. That's www.anewsmaticIncomeTaxShelter.com. Visit that website, leave me your name, your email address, and a phone number where I can reach you, and I will provide you with additional information. Now, let me ask you this question. If your tax accountant or tax advisor have not provided you with this information, then you want to contact them and ask them to make sure they explain to you what this phenomenon will work and how it will work for you on your income tax. If they are unable to do so, then visit me at www.anewsmaticIncomeTaxShelter.com. Leave me your name, email address, and telephone number, and I'll be more than happy to provide you with the information you need for you to get started and writing off this information that I'm giving you on your income tax and accumulating and collecting wealth that you don't have to pay tax on. In the process, you're going to generate some money that you don't have to pay tax on, because the expenses that's going to cause you are going to incur as a result of making the money, you're going to write that off on your income tax. www.thetaxmanyoutubechannel.com. www.thetaxmanyoutubechannel.com is my website, giving you additional videos as to how you're going to take advantage of this phenomenon. www.thetaxmanyoutubechannel.com. Make sure you watch those videos there, and then visit www.gsgtcompletecopy.com and click on the join button. Take out your credit card and spend less than $500 to start your phenomenon. And once you do that, the credit card receipt you want to keep, because that's tax deductible on the income tax, and then the process will start for you to start saving all other receipts, business expenses, and start telling the whole world about this process. Now, the more people of the 7 billion that you share it with, the more money you're going to put in your pocket. There are over 7 billion people in the world and less than 12,000 representatives in Numis Network. And the more people you tell about this, the more money you're going to put in your pocket. So don't be shy with this. Make sure you forward this video to as many people as possible, especially your tax accountant and your tax preparer or tax advisor. Make sure you give it to them. And then they will start you on your way of saving on your income tax. If they aren't able to do that, you have all my information. I'm not going to take up any more of your time. I'm going to ask you to just make sure that you visit the websites that I've given you. Make sure you play this video again and again in order for you to get the information, because it's going to enhance your way. And if you pass it up, you really have lost out on this process. www.gsgtcompletecopy.com. Click on the join button and get started saving money and using money as a means to reduce your tax liability. Thank you and goodbye.